What's up guys, SkyKevin here, and today we're going over the current state of Last Oasis and how the game has been holding up for the past month. I'll talk about some of the other updates they've had so far, as well as some new stuff coming out in the future. For more updates like this, don't forget to subscribe, and let's get started. To begin, looking at the player population, it seems the game has started to level out in terms of its player numbers. The Steam charts show that in the last 30 days, they've had an average of roughly 700 players, which, although low, is only a 12% decline from the previous month. To put this into perspective, the last month saw a drop of 42% of the player base, so roughly half of their overall player population. In terms of actual numbers, this means that the player base declined by about 100 active average players. Obviously, with numbers like this, it's bad news for the Donkey Crew team. However, they are still working hard to keep the game alive and turn things around. Over the course of the last month, they've introduced a few new small content pushes, which may have helped players to come back in at least for a little bit of time. Unfortunately, Donkey Crew did decide to do an AMA on the game, and at the end of August, in it, the top voted comment was the following question. Your game launched with roughly 30,000 players and now has a peak of 1,000 players on a good day in just 6 months. In your honest opinion, what are your opinions on this, and why do you think nearly 97% of your player base abandoned this EA title? In addition, how are you going to convince the people who left that the game is good and that they should come back and try it once again? The reason this is unfortunate is Donkey Crew failed to answer the question, leading to a lot of scrutiny from the player base that they were trying to inform in the first place. That being said, I think they've been doing a good job looking to add content to the game. They have recently released a roadmap that the game is looking to do a full content wipe and release a new mega update in October. In it, they will be looking at creating a real commerce-themed trade economy and perhaps include a lot more content and core gameplay loops that will keep players hooked. As for the smaller content updates, they definitely help, but are only something that adds a little bit more complexity and assortment to the game. Of these updates, just as a quick summary, the first update was a Cobra Walker, which is basically a new walker that is cheap to make, uses torque to move, has no customization, and will set up and shoot bomb bolts at nearby walkers and weaponry automatically. It shoots 4 projectiles at a time and has had a few slight problems with buggy aiming and that sort of thing. The second update included is the new walker packing feature. This essentially allows players to pack smaller walkers onto their larger ones. An example of this is packing a spider, firefly, or dinghy walker into a craftable station that's attached to a stiletto, toboggan, or larger walker than that. This is essentially what the crane was originally supposed to do, and now allows a clan to deploy off of a main larger walker. I really like this, as it gives players the option to drop spiders off to do some quick farming, while keeping the main resources and main base of the clan moving through the zone. Lastly, the next update was the Exoskeletons. These are essentially mech suits that are not very mobile and shoot repeater ammo and bomb bolts. The character inside the mech suit stays protected while using it, so it's a great suit of armor for when the players are trying to board your ship. You can't really jump or anything like that with it, so it's very immobile, and it's really only going to be used for that process. I think in a way, it acts as a means to even the playing field if you're outnumbered and many people are trying to board your ship. I can definitely see these working very well as bodyguards for ship drivers and that sort of thing. Overall, I'm still playing Last Oasis, especially with the lack of MMOs coming out right now, albeit not for as often as I used to, and I think many other players are holding out for the large content update set to release in October. The game has a very solid foundation, and when you first play it, it feels fantastic. It just needs more content and more of that MMO feeling, so you don't assume that every day is just a grind for resources. That's it for today. If you like this update and want to see more on this and other games, leave a comment and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.